Okay guys, good evening and welcome to the Invictus Racing League. I'm your host for this evening as for this F3 F1 2020 Championship, the one and only Hoppers as I like to be known, and it is going to be very much excitement and I can't wait to see what happens this evening. And there is going to be a few new drivers to me and potentially obviously a very interesting track within the Palace of Speed, also known as Monza, and there is going to be some new drivers. So I will go through the list of drivers and also try and go through sort of the points. So first of all we have Living Wall in the McLaren, followed by Ginger Tiger and followed by Party Trev, and then it is Pass Me What Don't Sell in the Mercedes. So both Ginger Tiger and of course Party Trev are in the Racing Point, followed by DXT Matty in the Red Bull, followed by J707J, so JJ, Nitrogash and Del Langya in the AlphaTauri, followed by Maggot Red and Mini Daniel in the, I believe he was in the Alfa Romeo. We shall see what happens, so bear with me for 1 second. If you won't mind giving it 10 likes this evening, it'd be much appreciated. It will be very interesting, but yes, it is going to be very much interesting this evening. So I'll go through obviously the circuit as well, and then obviously go through the times. So I hope you can all hear me very well. Good evening, as I say, or good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching the stream obviously. And it is going to be very exciting here at the Palace of Speed, known as Monza. So yes, it is the Italian Grand Prix, and we have 18 minutes of qualifying, followed by a 50% race, which it will be probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how we get in. And yes, we will see what happens here at Monza for the round number 5 of the Invictus Racing League Championship, and it will be very interesting. I'm just going to pull up if I can, yes, pull that up so we can see, and there we go. So let's see how well they get out on qualifying, as we get the green light at the end of the pit lane, as we've got JJ going out first in the Haas, and I believe I'll try and find out who's also left pit lane in a moment. So I believe it was an Alfa Romeo, I believe, or was it? Yes, it was Fransan in the Alfa Romeo there. So it will be very much interesting to see what he can do. There's a yellow flag already, as there's been a crash in qualifying between Mini Daniel in the Haas, so that's hampered probably the session, but hopefully the guys won't be hampered by it as JJ goes through on his outlap. So yellow flag has been cleared from sector 1, which he's actually unfortunately been disqualified from the session, which is a bit unfortunate. I believe Ginger Tiger followed by Party Trev are going to be out on track. I believe that is, we've got here at the moment. So I believe the weather conditions this evening is going to be all dry. So you've got wrecked in the Williams, and it is going to be pretty much amazing. He's getting heat into his tyres. You've got Matty there, I believe, nitrogash, or nitrogash, should I say. I believe his teammates F1 WWFC 07, which is Malc following him. So I believe everyone is out on track at the moment. As I say, it is going to be amazing. I can't believe how well this is going to be. It's going to be one of them. So as I say, it's going to be very hot and humid. We'll see what is going to happen. Most of the guys, apart from I believe, past more do sell on mediums as well as WWFC. There are on mediums. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. So there's been a bit of drama already in sector 3. So we'll see what happens. I'll try and most of the guys are out. Some of the guys are out on their out laps, and some are in pit lane. So I believe it is going to be very interesting. We'll see what Matty can do here. Going into out of the Lesmos there. As I say, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens as he goes down up towards Variante Scauri. As JSP sets the fastest lap with a 1:19.6. So that's going to be very interesting. And then Posty's just pipped him by a couple of tenths of seconds with 1:19.2. So it's got Dalang Ya in second place at the moment with and then obviously Rhett with a 1:19.4. So it's obviously Alfa Romeo from Racing Point, from Williams, from I believe he in the AlphaTauri there, and they've got JSP down in 6th place at the moment. DX Matty in the Red Bull in 8th place, as Reshka gets up into 4th with a 1:19.4. Livingwall in the McLaren with a 1:19.3. 50. Party Trev still not down into 3rd place. So there's a yellow flag in sector 2 which has been cleared. The only people to set a lap at the moment are nitrogash with a 1:20.3. He's just been pipped by Pass on Moi the cell with a 1:20.3. Posty's just set another fastest lap with a 1:19.040. So it's going to be very much interesting to see how well the Alfa Romeo can do round here. I believe a couple of drivers are going into pit lane. So I believe JJ is just trying to get heat into his tyres there. I believe Malc is still on his out lap, so we're going to see what he can do. This yellow flag, Maggott's retired from the session. I don't know what's happened to Maggot, but he was 5th at the time, so it's looking likely he's had a bit of issues in, I believe, in the McLaren. So it is going to be very much interesting to see what happens. I believe some of the guys are trying to get heat into their tyres as we get ready for. We've got 11 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. WWFC has done a 1:21.5. So Malcolm's 13th fastest at the moment. He's on the mediums. So it is going to be very much interesting. We'll see what JJ can do, but we'll try and see what is going on further up. I believe Posty in the Alpha at the moment, going through Rodiger, I believe. He's going to be on course going through the first Lesmo and second Lesmo. It's going to be very much interesting. I believe we've got 11 minutes to go in qualifying. Yes, we have. I believe that is actually France and in the Alfa Romeo we're watching at the moment. So he's just out on his out lap, which is going to be interesting with just under 11 minutes to go. I believe there's going to be a couple of cars on course. We've got, I believe, Steel BL is potentially on course. He's in sector 2 at the moment. The yellow flag going out towards the out of the exit of Scary, but it's now been cleared. So it's going to be pretty much interesting to see what Steel BL can do. He's in Scary. There's a yellow flag going into Parabolica, but it's now been withdrawn. So it will be interesting with 10 minutes to go. So what can Steel BL do here for his potentially first lap, I believe. Malcolm's dropped down into 4th as Steel BL goes night fastest with a 119.7. So Malcolm at the moment 14th. So Posty still leads the way. We've got the Renault of JSP just going through Rodiger. He's going through Lesmo 1 now. So the 32 Renault there at the moment pushing on. Potentially he's 8th fastest at the moment. We'll see what he can do here. So he's going to be pushing on going into Variante Ascari. And here he comes into Ascari now. And he is going to be pushing on. He goes a bit wide there, but you know, I believe the corner cutting this evening is on strict, so yes, it's going to be very much amazing to see what happens. So what is JSP going to do? Let's have a look. He goes across the line now and goes up to 4th fastest with a 119.440. So he's on a charge in that Renault. At the moment we've got Reshka coming up to Scary at the moment. It's down on his time in the sector, I believe, so that's gonna probably hamper him a bit. But we shall see in the AlphaTauri. As yellow flag going into Fatafilio. That's going to it's been obviously withdrawn now, but yes, as Reshka goes into pit lane, we've got Rex in 7th at the moment in the Williams, potentially going to be pushing on. He goes 2nd fastest with 119.1, but then has been pushed down to 3rd as Party Trev gets the fastest lap so far, qualifying with 7 minutes and 50 to go with a 118.9. As yellow flags into the first corner, but it is going to be amazing with 7.5 minutes to go. So we'll see what happens between these guys. I believe Posty's out on his out lap, so he's going to try and get another out lap. He's probably swapped tyres over, so it'll be very interesting to see what he can do. There's yellow flag in sector 1 and sector 2. I believe that was between the racing point, the 2 racing points there, and also probably the McLaren of, I believe that was Living Wall. Yes, was it? I believe so. Yes. So we've got just under 7 minutes to go in this qualifying session here at round number 5 of the Invictus Racing League here at Monza. For the championship, so hopefully it goes into a successful race. But so far, Liverwall going through Parabolica there. He's going to put the foot down. Is he going to try and go faster? Yes, he does. He gets pole position at the moment, provisional pole position with 118.771. So it's going to be very much interesting to see what happens. Going into the 6 minutes to go. I believe Posty there, sector 2, he's down on his times. A yellow flag as we go towards the Parabolica. Let's go on board. Posty going into Lesmo 1. Actually, no, he's got out of Lesmo 2, I do apologise. It's going to be very much interesting. We'll see what he can do. Within obviously his time. He's down in that sector, I believe, or is he up? I can't even remember which is which, but yes, I'll sure get it correctly for next week. But he's in the Alfa Romeo at the moment. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna put Living Wall to shame, or is he gonna potentially push on and see what he can do? But obviously we've got 5.5 minutes to go. It's going to be very amazing. He's about to cross the line. No, he still stays third fastest at the moment. So you got past what do sell as Posty goes straight on at turn number 1 there. So I believe some of the guys are going to be sitting out with 5 minutes to go. JSP potentially now on his outlap, but we shall see. Maggot is in 9th, even though he's retired from the session for some, I believe, mechanical issues. Front Sun, if I can click onto him, yes, he's there. So far 10th fastest in the Alfa Romeo. So it is Living Wall in the McLaren from Party Trev in the Racing Point, from Posty in the Alfa Romeo, and Rhett and Pas Moa Ducel in the Mercedes, 5th fastest. So that's top 5 at the moment. Then Ginger Tiger from JSP and Reshka and Maggot are your top 9. Then Fronsan Delangya in 11th from Steel, BL, DXD Matty, JJ, WWFC F1 and nitrogash and Mini Daniel are your from 11th to 17th at the moment. So we've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in qualifying, but it is going to be very tight because we've got coming up to 3.5 minutes to go. So anything can happen. Obviously, I believe the Party Trev at the moment going into turn number 1, which is Retifilio. There's a yellow flag somewhere. It's obviously into Rodigia, and it will be obviously it's been withdrawn. Oh no, it's not. It's going into the Lesmo, but it's been withdrawn now as Party Trev gets his foot down and goes into Lesmo 1. Is this yellow flag going out of Lesmo 2, but that's not going to hamper Party Trev for a moment. You know, there's obviously I believe that's the Alfa Romeo just going very slowly. I believe that is Fronsan. Fronsan's got up into second with a 1:18.9, so it's going to be McLaren from Alfa Romeo from Racing Point at the moment with 2.5 minutes to go, and it will be amazing to see what these guys can do. Hopefully it should be very good to see what happens. So we've got 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go here at Monza for this qualifying session. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, so it probably won't hamper some of the guys' lap times with 2 minutes to go. So we do have potentially quite a very interesting end, as we got Rhett with a 1:19.1. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. The yellow flag in both sector 1, sector 2 and sector 1 and sector 3. That's coming out of Ascari, so we'll see what happens here. We've got D Lang Ya in the AlphaTauri just pushing on, potentially see what he can do. He's going through Lesmo 2 now, which is going to be chasing down potentially a good time. I believe he's opened DRS there from what is happening is yellow flag in sector 2 with a minute to go, so it's going to be all or nothing now. And as round number 5 of the Invictus Racing League F3 Championship here at Monza is taking place, so it's going to be very much interesting. As I say, we've got 40 seconds to go, so the guys that are on the laps now, it's going to be all or nothing, potentially, to get a faster lap time. What is Dalangya going to do? He's got a 119.5, which still puts him top fastest at the moment. I believe JSP there, with 20 seconds to go. He's going to be pushing on his, at the moment, ninth fastest. So yes, it is going to be probably his final attempt at trying to get pole position. I believe Living Wall at the moment is done at 118.771, but he's still in pole position. You've got Reshka in the AlphaTauri up into second from Frontline and Party Trev, so that's the top four. Then you've got Posty Rex, Pass Moi D Ducel in 7th, followed by Ginger Tiger JSP 9th at the moment, followed by Magut, so that's from 5 to it was Red Living Wall gets the fastest lap of the race, fastest lap of qualifying, should I say, not the race, with a 118.606, so he's got provisional pole position at the moment. But it is going to be very much interesting. Yellow flag going out of Ascari at the moment, but I believe it's going to be very much interesting. Magut is 10th, nitrogash 11th, followed by Delanja in 12th, followed by Steel BL, DX Matty and JJ and F1 WWFC, and Mini Daniel in 17th. So it's going to be very much interesting come the race. I can't believe exactly what's going to happen, but hopefully I believe how things are going to be, if I get just get the points very quickly. But we do have, in first place is Living Wall from Reshka and Delangya, and then you have Posty and Magut, followed by JSP, followed by Sheepy, and then Jesus Maximus, and then you have Rex, followed by DXC Matty from nitrogash, then Party Trev in the points. And yes, it's going to be very much interesting, but as you can see, Living Wall takes pole position, followed by Reshka, followed by Fransan, followed by Party Trev and Posty, and Rex, and then obviously Pass Moi D Ducel, and then obviously Ginger Tiger, JSP, Magut, nitrogash, Delangya, and then Steel BL, DXT Matty, and we have got JJ from F1 WWFC and Mini Daniel, who unfortunately got disqualified in qualifying due to not moving his car out of the way, but hopefully he's back on the grid for round number 5 of the F3 Championship, live and exclusive on the Invictus Racing League YouTube channel, and this is going to be exciting come the race. So it is going to be very interesting. So we'll have a couple of minutes break while we wait for the race to for the cars to form on the grid for round number 5 of the Invictus Racing League. If you like what you see here, guys, do like and subscribe, and also do give us a comment. It would help the guys out massively. for this evening, as well as for future content of obviously the F3 Championship that is taking place this evening. So we get five. So we're about to get 5 red lights in a moment. They're just going on the green flag lap. So this is obviously going to be very much interesting. So I'll give you a rundown of how qualifying went. You've got Livenwall from Reshka, from Fransan, from Party Trev, followed by Posty, which is the top 5. Then it's Ret. I believe pit stop strategy for Livenwall is going to be very much interesting. So we've got 27 laps ahead of us. You've got Pas Moa Ducel in 7th, followed by Ginger Tiger from JSP, Maggot, nitrogash, and D Langya, and Steel BL, DXT Matty from JJ F1 WWFC, and Mini Daniel rounds up the field. So it's going to be very much interesting. We'll just go through some of the cars while they're on the green flag lap, and you know, it is going to be probably one of the most exciting races to date. Obviously, you know, some of these guys are going to be very in exciting race moves. They've probably got race faces on, and here in the commentary box we will get ready for an amazing race, and it is going to be amazing. So let's see what happens this evening, and you know, this is going to be very interesting, and we'll go up to the start of the front of the grid now. So Livenwall's going to bring around Parabolica to form up on the grid. Let's see how well this goes. So Livenwall in the McLaren brings them up potentially into his grid spot, followed by Reshka, followed by Fransan and Party Trev in the top 4. Posty, Ret, Pas Moi Diesel in 7th, and Ginger Tiger and JSP and Maggot are your next 5. Then you got nitrogash, Del Langya in 12th, followed by Steel BL and DXT Matty, followed by JJ F1 WWFC and Mini Daniel at the rear of the field. So this is going to be very much interesting to see what happens. It is going to be all or nothing, I believe. I'm just waiting for every single car to get back into the grid spots after the green flag laps. So it is going to be very much interesting. The fans are ecstatic, as we are in the commentary box. So it is going to be very interesting. We do have the green flag from the back of the field, so everyone is here, but whether that falls into place or not, we are yet to be seen. So we're just waiting for everyone to line up on the grid. Might take a bit of a while. So, let's see what happens. Okay, so while we're waiting, it is going to be 27 laps around the Palace of Speed. Just waiting to see exactly what is happening and what is ongoing. I believe they're going to have to reset. There's been a bit of issues at the moment, guys. I do apologise. Okay, there's been a lobby glitch, so I do apologise, guys. Thanks for your patience. So I'm going to get potentially another invite in a moment or so.